I'm Derrick, and this is my lovely wife, Kendra.
Yes.
And we are the Lovely Birds. So today, you guys, we're going to be talking about maintaining friendship in your relationship and in your marriage.
Because you're my best friend.
She's kind of my best friend. No, I'm just kidding. She's my best
friend. Yes. So anyways, for us, I think it's been a little easier because we started off as best friends. I think it's just been easier to maintain it because a lot of the stuff that we did before carries now. So like talking all the time. Because I remember before we got together, you were my first person I talked to every morning, last person I talked to every night. It's the same now, you know, just different, maybe deeper conversations. I don't know. But sometimes our conversations are deep.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just like, not surface level, but just like, hey, what you doing? How you doing? And that kind of stuff, but it keeps going.
Yeah.
And my infamous hi, you know, that I just sent to you.
Yeah. I think we should talk about how we first met, like how we became friends, all of that. So I met you in 2009 at Michigan State University. And then you were a part of the gospel choir, so that's how we were introduced. Yeah.
Well, and I think that shows that we had a similar basis of like singing and church and God. And I think that's something else that has been beneficial for us in maintaining a friendship is we just have we are different people for sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like the core of who we are and our beliefs and understandings just really align with each other. And I think that makes it a little bit easier for us to connect with one another.
Yeah.
Because we have that, you know, similarity.
Yeah. And I think just what's important to us. I think what has held us together is definitely being able to talk. But I think just what I value in a friend is what you bring, and maybe what you value in a friend is what I bring. I don't know.
I'm just like the perfect example of a friend to you.
Yes, baby. Yes.
You're right too. But also another thing that I do say is I love laughing with you. I feel like
because I'm funny.
So I think we laugh because I'm funny, and I make the jokes and say that I'm just.
Big, you are funny, so thank you. All right,
okay,
yes, there we go.
But anyways,
I'm a little funny.
You're funny, okay? You need that little acknowledgement. All right.
But you say it all the time, so go ahead and tell the people.
Okay, well, but who's funnier between me and you?
It doesn't matter, baby.
Who's funnier?
You're very funny.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks. Funnier. Thank you. But anyways, we love to laugh together. And I think both of us think similar things are hilarious. And so I was just talking about the example of the other night where we just laid in bed and watched that Medea play together. Yeah. And we were just laughing and just literally hanging out and having fun. There wasn't like any ulterior motive, no intention or anything other than let's just be in bed together, watch a movie that we both know is really funny and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's nice is it takes away from like the pressure of feeling like we have to plan something extravagant or something, but it's literally just like hanging out together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. As you were talking, I was thinking about sometimes how we can lose that connection, like we can lose the sense of what it feels like to just hang out together. And I'm thinking about like other couples. It's easy to lose connection. I feel like it's something that like it's like a snowball effect. Like one thing impacts another, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're not spending as much time together. We're not, talking to each other as much. And so I think what you were saying is really important for being able to like reconnect and be able to remember like, okay, this is what it's like, to enjoy each other, to laugh, to have fun together, all of those things. Yeah. So, because I'm thinking about people who may have like lost connection or forgotten what it's like to just really like hang together. Because I think life can life.
Yeah.
Life be life.
It do. But also, I think being intentional, right? So, for you, and I feel like I do this with other people. Well, okay, let me rewind. This is something that I do with friends and people I care about. Is when they're telling me something's coming up or something's happening or something, I try to remember to check in about that. And so just being intentional on if you have a meeting or something going on that day, just making sure you know that, hey, I'm here, I care, can you tell me how it was?
Yeah.
And so I think we have to think about the effort we put in for friendships and to maintain those relationships. How are you doing that same those same things with your, significant other? And what are you just working about?
Because I thought about, I can't remember exactly how it goes, but in Matilda, when Miss Trunchbull would be like, the effort that you put into it, perspiration.
That's what made you think of, huh? But anyway, but putting effort into your friendship is showing that people that what they care for, you care for. Mm-hmm. You may not, and I think this is what we miss sometimes, is it's not about making sure that you necessarily enjoy the same things. Yeah. But for me, and this takes dying to self, obviously, and letting, you can't be selfish. But if I'm trying to think of something that you like to do that I don't really like to do, if you think of something like that.
Like it was like roller coasters or something.
I'm not gonna do that with you.
Yeah.
Guys, but,
you're trying to think of something. Okay.
Yeah, so like something that you would do that I'd probably be like, I don't want to do this, but.
Well, when we went to the concert, you said that you didn't really like going to the concert.
And I loved it. And that's something you've pushed me to do that I realize I love doing. Okay, that's a good example. All right. So yes, realizing that even though it's not something that I would necessarily choose to do on my own, because you want to do it and you're excited about it, I'm going to go along with you and enjoy myself. I'm not going to come and gripe and complain, be upset or whatever. As friends, sometimes you have to, like, your friend may want to go to a certain restaurant that you're not super excited to go to, but it's your friend and you want to just hang with them. It's more about the experience than it is what you're doing. And I feel like it's important to let go of like your own feelings and stuff and just enjoy spending that time with that person. Yeah. Instead of being focused on like, well, this isn't really what I want to do, because I would pray that you would want the same from them. If there's something that you love doing, my assumption is you would want them to come along and do it with you, because it's just fun to have a companion. Yeah. But so I'm trying to think how else to maintain. I think just making sure you talk to each other throughout the day. I know we talked about that in maintaining connection, but also knowing a good gauge for your relationship on, ooh, man, we might not be connected as much, and being honest about it. Mm-hmm. So I know for the other, I think it was earlier this week, I texted my best friend. I was like, man, I really miss you. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm making friends, but nobody is you. It's Tia, right? And it's just like knowing for yourself, like, oh man, I really do miss this person. Yeah. I want to reach out to them and just tell them I miss them. And, being honest, if you feel like, and it's not that, like with her, the connection still isn't there. I just miss talking to her. Mm-hmm. And so like with your significant other, just like gauging for yourself, like, I kind of miss them. Yeah. And then reaching out. Yeah.
Because I was just thinking being able to actually like say it, because you can feel something, but actually being intentional about like saying it, communicating it to you. I miss you. Yeah. Even though I say it to you like every day, all day. Mm-hmm. That's okay though. Why do you say it?
Because I really do miss me. I really enjoy being in your presence. Literally, like, you could be on the computer in here working, and I just want to be on the couch in your presence. And we don't need to be talking all the time, but it's like being around you. Being around certain people, it just like, it feels good, Yeah. It just feels comfortable, feels safe. Like, you can just relax, not worry about anything. Mm-hmm. So that's why I think I said I miss you, because I do be thinking like, oh man, I miss him. Mm-hmm. And it's not even like that, like sad, like, oh my God, I miss it. It's not like that draining, I miss you. It's just like, oh, I miss his presence. Yeah. I kind of miss him, Yeah. So that's why I send it.
Yeah, and that's a similar reason why I send it to you, because I'm thinking of times when I'm at work and I'm like, okay, yeah, I miss you. Because I'm thinking about you, I'm thinking about time spent together.
Oh, that's so cute. And that's so sweet. But I do like that we are intentional in just making sure, like, we have our kind of, and I think this was not even like seriously intentional at all, but we have our like routine where we know Mondays and, we have talked about this, but it's not like we said, but like we know Monday and Tuesday nights are a time that we get to spend together. and hang out in the evening, if we don't have my sweet little baby. And that, because Wednesdays, Thursdays, you're gone. Fridays are date nights, which is our time. And then the weekends come and go. And so I think it's important that if you find yourself kind of slipping and just even having time to hang out, even if it's just planning, we're eating dinner together tonight. Intentional, or we're gonna go to bed a little early tonight and just put the phones down and just watch a movie. I know sometimes we'll be like, ooh, let's just talk. Be like, what you want to talk about? I'm always gonna find something to talk about. But just that kind of stuff. Just being intentional and making the time, because there is always time. Whether or not you're gonna make the time to do so. Yeah. So what qualities, you mentioned earlier, do you feel like you desire out of a friend that you feel like you get with me? Not that I'm your only friend, or your spouse should be your only friend, because you need other friends, but still.
You do. The first one that comes to mind is just like loyalty.
I was thinking that one.
Loyalty, and then to be able to just have fun together. I want to feel like I can be myself around you, and I think that's something that I've definitely been able to do. And I think, you're I don't even know why I second guess anything, or you're definitely yourself around me. So
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're trying to think.
I was thinking back to when we first became friends. So I think you kind of always shown up
as Kendra. But that's changed for me. And so that's another thing, that how have you navigated, because when you think about the Kendra that I was when we first became friends and the Kendra that I am now, there's a lot of similarities, but there are a lot of differences. So how do you feel like that transition has been for you in getting to know a new me but still appreciating me?
I think just learning you again. And I think that's a continual process. I'm learning, and I think sometimes even have to remind myself okay, that's not the same Kendra. That's not, even though I remember this is how you used to be, this is not how you are now. And just accepting it, just being okay, and then I love you enough as a friend, as my wife, to be okay, to accept it and be okay with it.
I feel like I've had to learn to accept it for myself. The change in me and how I am. And so beyond your spouse or significant other needing to know how to accept the changes that you go through, you need to be aware of them for yourself. And acknowledge them. Some may be good and some may be bad. For me, I used to be super outgoing, super outgoing. And I can be that Kendra. It's just, do I have the desire to be that Kendra? And oftentimes it's a no. And that frustrates me about myself sometimes. So I think just knowing how you've changed and being able to acknowledge it, along with your significant other accepting you for who you are as a person. But I think back to friendship, it's just nice to hang out with my friend, It's even for my birthday, when we were just watching movies all day, just being there, we didn't have to talk. We literally were just from movie to movie to movie. It was just friendship. It was just fun. It's just a bonus that I'm in love with you. It just added cherry on top. But I feel like that friendship has helped us to build such a strong and firm foundation that I can just rely on, I guess.
And I think it's come from time spent together. We've had time spent together. I remember times when we were friends being excited to come to you to share different things and to talk about, what's going on, this and that. But it was from our time spent together. So I think for couples who are listening, definitely thinking about spending time together, quality time together, to build and to just reflect. Because life can be hard. It can definitely be tough as far as, like you were saying before, making the time to actually do it. It's important though.
Yeah, but I feel like when you have that solid, firm foundation of a friendship, you realize that you're walking with your friend through the hardships of life. You're not alone. And that in the midst of, because we've had some times when it's been super stressful, but you should still be able to laugh together. I just feel like laughter is so healthy for the body, for the mind, for your soul. It is so healthy to laugh. All right. Well, I make myself laugh too, but you do make me laugh. All right. You little kudos for being funny. But yes, I think just enjoying, and it doesn't have to be extra. You don't have to do something extra. You don't have to spend money, you know. Just have fun. It can even be something as like when we go on those walks when I come home and your day ends and we just talk about our day, how it's been. It always leads to other stuff. And I think if you find that it's uncomfortable for you to not want to talk to your significant other, you have to push yourself. Because not everybody's a talker. Yeah. You know? And you're not a huge talker.
I was just going to say I'm not a talker.
Yes, but you push yourself to listen and engage in conversation. But I also have to know when you're like, Kendra, no, it's not, you know, respecting that in your, you know, in your person. So yeah. Well, that's our conversation on maintaining friendships and, you know, and engaging with each other and, you know, building a firm foundation, but strengthening the firm foundation that you've already built. And maintaining what God has blessed you with, because what you have is beautiful.
Amen.